Alright, so this recording is, well, it's not really a very positive one, but nonetheless, we have to do certain stories regardless. So it's called U.S. Tourist Found Murder. Detectives attached to Montego Bay Freeport Criminal Investigative Branch are now carrying out an intensive investigation into the death of a male tourist who discovered what happened to be stabbed wounds inside a room of the Hotel Glorian in Montego Bay, St. James, yesterday on Wednesday. Deceased has been identified as Pheodore Walling of a Michigan address in the U.S. Reports by police that Walling arrived recently was staying at the hotel located on Godfrey Dyer Boulevard in the tourist capital. About 9:45 a.m., female housekeepers unfortunately discovered the dead body when she came in. All right, which was lying in a pool of blood and bed with multiple wounds to the upper body. Yeah, and you're going to see where this is going, obviously. The scene was processed and body was later moved to the morgue for post-mortem. A source at Hotel Gloria told Star that Wallen was last seen alive, and here comes the whammy. You know where this is going to go. On Tuesday afternoon, 2 days ago, it's allegedly seen the company of a male Jamaican. Yeah, you can guess where this is headed now. Alright, quote to quote, I'm not feeling that particular guest, but I've seen him go into his room and we're now understanding that he was last in company of a male Jamaican. But nobody seems to know the identity of that particular person, the source told the Star. When contacted, the senior police officer confirmed the killing, but said he was not at liberty to comment on issues of delicate matter, and basically did the sound by saying that they're looking into it, blah 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 in the article. So it is basically the facts are laid out right there. You can easily draw a conclusion what happens. You have a dead male U.S. tourist found in his hotel room, with stab wounds to the upper body. Alright, and he is last seen in company of some unknown male Jamaican. And the one thing to note that there was no robbery, nothing was reported stolen, and there's no sign of a forced entry. So obviously it was a robbery. Obviously it was what most people guess it was a crime of passion. So it would lead you to believe that this what's this guy, Theodore Walling, I think that's the point is. This guy is most likely a homosexual. I mean, again, not to say that that this is not really a knock against him if he's into that lifestyle, but this is only like a crime of passion. Like if you're gonna have last seen a company of unknown male who's local male, no robbery or forced entry reported, and he has stab wounds to upper body, which means that there was a crime of passion. That basically means that a this was a lover spat gone wrong. So it does basically mean that most likely the Yasuni as yet to be unidentified Jamaican male was obviously some male escort that he was soliciting service from, and it didn't go well, and his alleged lover ended up killing him. I mean, it just brings back the Peter King case, this Linval Bloomfield case. Same thing happened. I think there's this one U.S. diplomat who was killed in a similar fashion, and his suspected killer was this local male young guy. So it is basically easy to assume that this was basically a lover spat, a lover spat that went wrong, and so on. Now, if the facts turn out to be true, I mean, chances are they're not going to really reveal that. They're just going to most likely catch a person because there's most likely surveillance cameras around the place. That they're just going to catch a guy and just going to bear it very quietly because they probably don't want some personal details coming out. And if the facts aren't true, like it'd be interesting to see if all those LGBT groups in Jamaica are going to comment or say anything like J Flag or Montego Bay Pride, who's been making news recently last year. I'm willing to bet they're going to be very hush about this if my theory turns out to be correct. But that's pretty much what it is, though. But that's all I have to say. This is for State of Jamaica in the Caribbean. Check out my YouTube pages, Miles Goodson Farron and Miles J Productions. Okay.